Now let's talk about the infrastructure boost that this country got under the Modi government. How border roads, tunnels, bridges got big boost under Modi government. Budget doubled in 4 years. Progress on a big upswing in 2023. There were 16 passes which were opened ahead of the previous years in record time, saving enormous funds in terms of air sustenance of cut-off areas. Apart from immense economic and strategic advantages, of course, IT is projected that in the financial year, India could spend rupees 15,000 crore on building border roads, bridges and tunnels in remote and inhospitable terrains, all to shore up the country's defences. And 50 Border Roads Organisation BRO members have been invited as special guests on Independence Day at Red Fort. This is a significant step as the budget of the BRO stood at rupees 4,102 crore in 2013 to 2014 in the UPA tenure and rupees 7,737 crore in 2019 to 2020. Now, the Galwan clash that we are talking about in May 2020 brought India-China border issue to the forefront, and Rajnath Singh took over the Defence Ministry in 2019 and put focus on the BRO. And India this financial year is now projected to spend on border connectivity nearly double of what it spent in the year before Galwan clash. In 2023 to 2024, the budget expenditure of BRO had reached a record high of rupees 12,340 crore. So progress of the projects is on an upswing too, and as per details with news18.com, BRO has constructed 3,700 km of road as well as 266 bridges, having a total length of 17,411 meters since April 2019. To give us more details on that, I have CNN News 18's Aman Sharma joining me on the phone line. Aman, a very good morning to you. Could you give us more details about this big boost to the infrastructure that has been given to this country under Modi regime?
Sakshi, under the UPA regime, and always the criticism had been that our border infrastructure, be it roads, be it tunnels, be it bridges, lacked when we compared it to what China had built on its side of the LAC. What the reports that we now have show that the government could spend nearly rupees 15,000 crore on building border roads, bridges, tunnels, all in remote and inhospitable terrains in the current financial year. It's also clear that the BRO's budget has jumped over 3 times from the UPA times. In 2013-14, about 4,100 crores was spent by the BRO. Last year alone, we spent about 12,340 crore, and this year it is expected to reach almost 15,000 crores. The progress in roads, tunnels, bridges, everything has seen an upswing. In fact, we have seen that another big game changer, in fact, has been the rapid construction of tunnels. While only 2 tunnels were completed by the BRO before 2019, 4 tunnels have been completed in the second term of the Modi government, and 10 more tunnels are under construction. 7 more tunnels are into the planning stage. In a way, after the Galwan clash, the government seems to have really upped the ante on the border infrastructure, because it exposed also that our troops should reach the border in time in case of there is any emergency. And on that aspect, India has 16 key mountain passes, which close in the winters due to heavy snowfall. The BRO has also worked overtime to open all these 16 passes in a record time. We have seen earlier that the crucial Zojila axis was open till January 6th this year, which is quite late, and was also open for traffic on March 16th in just 68 days. The Rajdan Pass in Gurdes Valley was also open in just 58 days. The Manali-Sarachu axis also opened in a record time in March. So not just building tunnels, not just building roads and bridges at a record pace, the BRO is also opening these mountainous passes which closed down at faster pace. They are much close. They are close for much fewer months now in 2023. This brings us not only advantage in strategic and economic terms, but also the air sustenance to the border areas, the cut-off areas also is reduced. Alternate connectivity to the subsector north in Ladakh has also been activated. An advanced airfield at Nayoma is also coming out, as we had reported earlier. So in a way, under Mr. Rajnath Singh, especially in his second term, and since the Galwan clash, we have seen a big boost to the BRO, and that is also the reason, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in fact, had stayed overnight at a BRO detachment at India's last village in Mana in Uttarakhand earlier this year. And now we have 50 BRO members being invited as special guests at Independence Day to the Red Fort, and this BRO's achievement on the borders could in fact may find a mention in the Prime Minister's speech from the Red Fort as well.
We are expecting a grand speech from Prime Minister Modi himself. Aman, since we were talking about Galwan clash earlier with Akash as well, and I mentioned Galwan clash and changes that took place after that, could you give us more details about how exactly did the scenario for our country change post the Galwan clashes?
Post the Galwan clashes, the things that got exposed was that our troops also need to reach the borders quicker. The movement needs to be quicker, the movement needs to be unhindered, the movement needs to be shorter. So new roads have been built. We have also heard about new roads coming around the Pangong Lake, which is also contested between India and China up till Finger 2 and Finger 3. We have a new road coming up, a Blacktop Road coming up till Finger 2 on the other side of the Pangong Lake to enable our troops to go there quicker for patrol. Also, various other tunnels which have come up. We have known the completed tunnels like Sonapur Tunnel in Meghalaya, Thing Tunnel in Sikkim, the Atal Tunnel in Himachal Pradesh, in Uttarakhand, in Arunachal Pradesh, the Nephew and the Sela tunnels were just inaugurated recently by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. All these projects, in a way, aimed at improving strategic advantage for India at the LAC, and also thwarting China's designs in the future. And we install also comes in the backdrop of the 19th military talks between India and China, which are beginning today. Also, India is hoping, and India has some signals that China is also now looking for a resolution towards the LAC standoff, which we have had since May 2020 when the Galwan clash had happened. China is also facing multiple challenges. There's a front which has opened up with the Taiwan borders of China. Maybe China doesn't want a double front trouble right now. Also, the increasing closeness and the alliance between India and the US strategic alliance is also something that India is hoping will factor in while looking for a resolution of this dialogue. So, a lot of resolution of the conflict, and that is why all eyes are on the 19th round of military talks between India and China, which are beginning today. And this comes just ahead of the Indian Prime Minister and the Chinese President expected to meet at the BRICS Summit in South Africa next week, and also at the G20 Leader Summit in India on September 9th and 10th in New Delhi.
Okay, Aman, thank you so much for laying out all those crucial details for our viewers. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates on that. But right now, it's time to slip into a very short break. Stay with us for more news and updates right on the other side.